Peace be upon you, dear children. I hope in first video you got an idea about scientific notation representing numbers. So in handling very small quantities like 0.00032 kind of quantities, or some huge numbers like 62000000 in this way. This kind of numbers, if you are handling, representing them in scientific notation help us, and it is helpful in doing arithmetic operation with these numbers. Okay, then more examples we will see in our live class. Now we are going to see three terms: precision, accuracy, significant figures. First, let us see precision and accuracy. What is the meaning of precision and what is the meaning of accuracy, and if they are interrelated? Let us check. Okay, in measuring physical quantities, you might have heard the quantities should be precise, should be accurate. This kind of words you might have heard. Let us see what is actually the meaning of precision and accuracy. Precision is the closeness of various measurements for the same quantity. Closeness of various measurements for the same quantity. That is what is called the precision. Did you get? I will explain with example. Next, accuracy means closeness of one value to the true value for the same physical quantity. Okay, so these two terms we will see. I will explain with one example. Okay, if when I came to the class, if in my hand 5 grains are there, and I put these 5 grains in a plate, and I called anyone and asked them to count it, then definitely he will say this 5, because it is exact number 5, right? On the other hand, before coming to this class, from the next room I took 200 grains, right? And after reaching here, I put all these grains in a plate, right? And I called the 3 from you. I called like Fida, then Sadia and Shuhaib. Okay, these people are called. Come forward. Okay, then I asked them to count these grains, right? And I gave them 3 chances to count, right? And I asked them, don't discuss with each other, we just count it 3 times. First time what number you got, write in a paper, and second time write, then third time what you are getting, write it in the paper. So give me 3 values. I asked them to do so. Okay, let us see what will happen. Okay, Fida, start counting. Okay, they started, and it may take time. Okay, now it's ready. Okay, Fida, what the values you got? I am writing here for Fida as A. A. Just giving a simple A. Then Fida, what numbers you got? She told me like 201, 200 and 199. I gave 3 chances for her. In these 3 chances, she got the numbers like this, right? Then I calculated the average. It would be, right, 200. Only I know the exact number, right? I didn't reveal in the class. Only I know exact number is 200. Okay, then average is 200. Then next one, who was that? Sadia. Sadia, come forward. Which are the numbers with you? She gave me the paper. Then I gave the simple B. Okay, Sadia, what values you got, what numbers you got? She told me it's 193, then 195, then 203. I calculated the average. 3 plus 3, 6 plus 5, 1, 19, 5, 591. What will be its average? 591 by 3. So 1 into 1 by 3, 21 is 7. So 197 is the average. Alright? Okay. Next, Shuhaib. See, Shuhaib, what about you? Yes, his numbers are 205, then 203, 204. In 3 chances he got the numbers like this. For the same set of grains, these 3 got the numbers like this. Okay, and I calculated the average. So 204 would be the average. I took a simple example to make you understand what is precision and accuracy. Okay, then by analyzing these numbers, one thing you can notice. I know the exact value, the true value, only I know. What was that? It is 200. Okay. 200 was the true value. Okay. Then here from who was that? Fida. Fida got the values. These 3 values are very close to each other and it is very close to the true value. Right? So what does it mean? That means the Fida got the values which are precise and accurate. They are close, the closeness of values for the same quantity. Same thing they measured. All measured the same quantity. And Fida got the values like this. They are very close to each other. So they are precise. These quantities are precise. And these values are close to the true value. So these values are accurate too. So we can say Fida got precise and accurate values. Okay. Next let us move to who was that? Sadia. Sadia got the values like this. Much difference is there between the values, right? Then another thing, it's very much different. It's not close to the true value. Right. So from this we can say whatever Sadia got, the values for the same quantity, she got some values which are not precise, not accurate. Did you get? They are not precise as well as not accurate. Okay. Then Shuhaib, he got the numbers like this. When the average value is not close to the true value, but the values are close to each other, right? So the values are close to each other but not close to the true value. So we can say Shuhaib got the values which are precise but not accurate. I hope now you got the idea. So Shuhaib got the values which are precise but not accurate. Okay, so this means this what is meant by precision and accuracy. And for a reliable quantity, or we can say exact measurement gives precise and accurate values. Okay, next, so in the measurements we can expect this kind of uncertainty. Okay, if I am giving you 1 liter, some quantity of milk, and I asked you to measure it. So using some apparatuses available in chemistry lab, you measured it and told me it is of 22.3 liter. You told me like this, right? Or otherwise 22.3 ml. Then I may suspect that it may not be exactly 22.3. 22 may be correct, but zero point 0.3 may not be exact value. Maybe 22.2 or 22.4, like that, right? So in each measurement there can be small uncertainty in its value, right? So to handle with this uncertainty, there came one notation or one method that is called as significant figures. Significant figures are the numbers which are meaningful or which are known with certainty. Such numbers are said to be significant. Okay, so significant figures are numbers which are meaningful and which are known with certainty. And in a given number or in a given quantity, it is given as a number. Then in counting the number of significant figures, there are certain rules. Let us see which are the rules. Okay. The rules for significant figures. Okay. Significant figures rules. 1. All non-zero digits are significant. Right. All non-zero digits are significant. For example, so all non-zero digits. For example, 2, 3, 1. If the quantity is like this, 2, 3, 1. In this number, all digits are non-zero digits. So, these contain significant figures 3. Right? So, the 2 ആണോ 3 ആണോ എന്നതിലല്ല കാര്യം എത്ര significant figures ഉണ്ട് എന്നാണ് ചോദിക്കുന്നത്. So how many significant figures in this number എന്ന് ചോദിച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾ എന്താ പറയാ 3. Okay. Then second rule, zeros between non-zero digits. Zeros between non-zero digits are significant. Okay, that means, for example, 202. If this is the number, 0 is in between non-zero digits. In this case, the number of significant figures are 3. Okay, then next. Zeros between non-zero digits are significant. Next, third rule, zeros preceding a non-zero digit are not significant. Non-significant means zeros preceding non-zero digits. Non-zero digits are not significant. Not significant. Okay, means 0.023. If the number is like this. Okay, here 2 zeros are there, but they are before non-zero number, and these zeros are used to denote the position of decimal point, to represent the position of decimal point. So they are not significant. Then the number of significant figures in this number is 2. Number of significant figures 2. Did you get? We will not consider these two zeros as significant figures. Then fourth rule, zeros at the right of decimal point. At the right of decimal point are significant. If non-significant, that I specified. All others are significant, so I didn't specify. So at the right of decimal point are significant. That means if the number is like this, 0.100. If the number is written like this, then if we are counting number of significant figure, we will not consider this. We will consider 1. Then these to the right of the decimal point. These zeros are right side of the decimal point. So they are significant. So these are significant. So the number of significant figure in these 3. Okay. And terminal zeros are not significant. So for fifth one you can write terminal zeros. Terminal zeros are not significant. If not significant, I specified, okay, that you noted it. Then not significant terminal zeros. For example, 100. All zeros are terminal zero, no decimal pointer. Then the number of significant figure in this case is only 1. Right? But the same number I wrote like 100.0. Then you know the number of significant figure comes as 4. Right? So this is sometimes unbelievable for you, but this is the method of counting significant figures. Okay, thank you all.